They never want to work ever? Personally, no, because I really like my job. I don't think most people want to work. But if you want to eat, you have to earn money. I work because I have to. Not because I want to. I happen to like a roof over my head and food in the kitchen. If I had the option, I wouldn't work. I'd spend all my time playing video games. Like Stumble Guys on BlueStacks. And I could do anything I want with my day. But unfortunately that isn't possible. In order to survive I need to work. So here I am. Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to work. People who say they like to work like to feel productive. Like they're doing something for their community. Have a routine. Have power. I want to open my own bakery someday. Not so I can wake up at 4 a.m. and shovel the snow off my car and drive into work and bake and wash dishes. I want to do it so people can enjoy fresh bread. Beautiful birthday cakes. Pretty pastries with their coffee. For a greedy-ass company that claims to be able to replace you in a moment's notice. No, I don't and wouldn't want to work for. However, working for myself in a motherfucking heartbeat using my skills and connecting with customers. Yes. Just a couple of issues. People don't have extra income these days and the people that do still trust the big companies way more than they should. The other issue is my buying power for materials and or parts just isn't as good as the big companies, so competing is extremely hard. So you know. Single women with siblings with partners. How are you treated differently from your family? How do you cope? I have been in long-term relationships and pretty much decided it's not for me. One sister recently got married. The other lives with and co-parents 2 kids with her partner. I'd say they don't treat me differently other than the fact that they treat our in-laws as family. And in that sense I haven't brought family to the family. No judgment or anything. I think they understand my reasons for not wanting a partner. I really love my sister's partners. Though. So I'm happy they stepped up. I'm one of 7 and the only one left single. They are all married or engaged. 2 sets of parents both married. I get asked to do a lot more. Help out with nephews. Prepare things for family get-togethers. If we're putting money towards something I get asked to put in more. Driving to pick something/someone up. And the list goes on. I'm the person they complain about their partners to or to brag how good having a partner is when things are good. I'm also not invited to some things because it's couples only. It's been like that for years, so coping is I've just got used to it. Most of the time I just feel different when I first pull up to a gathering and I have to unload the car myself unless I ring the doorbell and ask for help first. I'm the only daughter. Unmarried. And child-free. But thankfully our parents try to treat us the same. Some couples struggled with infertility, so our parents determined early on that no one should feel left out or reminded that they are different. In my case, I'm child-free, but I appreciate that my dog get treats just like his human cousins do. Some of my cousins will probably remain single or not have children. So I think the extended family have also tried to be aware of making everyone feel included. How are you going to spend your February 14th? With my mom. It's her B-day. But for unfortunate events, she is sick at the time. So I'm spending as much time as I can with her. I live in WA state. Work in ND. So instead of going home to my wife, I'll be with my mom for my time off. Mostly going to surprise one of my girlfriends with some flowers, then going to enjoy the rest of the day either with her or by myself. The heaviest possibility is that I will be working and will spend it on the weekend. Doubt I'll do anything unless my friend group decides we want to. But we aren't exactly ones for going out on a Tuesday. Won't be as interesting as last year where we went to a students' union thing with free Prosecco and one of the girls drank enough to be drunk by 8 p.m. and ended up smashing a glass on the table. Before proceeding to randomly buy and write me a card in Lidl after I waited for her in the cold to finish shopping. That card is still one of the funniest things I've ever read. Decided to make it a big deal. Bought tickets to the symphony for Saturday, February 18th. Booked the fanciest hotel downtown. Bought a new suit and bought her a new dress. Lastly, booked a spa appointment for both. Her a hairdo and manicure and me a massage. After 20 years of my whole life I found myself at GF just 2 weeks ago. It was spontaneous. It was romantic. It was awesome. So I hope I will spend that day. And many more, of course. With her. I'm glad that I can say I'm truly happy now. I am going to buy a dozen roses. Write an inspirational compliment and attach one to each rose. Then go out into public spaces and look for people who appear to be alone. Give it to them. And move along. No ulterior motive. No video recording. Just a kind gesture in the spirit of the holiday. What is a public figure or artist who has done horrible things but that people continue to follow or listen? Most of those who sprang to mind have been mentioned. But how about Prosperity Church Cretin/faith healing con artists like Joel Osteen or Peter Popoff? I cannot believe / that they have followers still. It's unfathomable. I think Kobe Bryant was once accused of raping a woman. It wasn't 100% proven, but he did have to pay a large sum of money to the lady. Also, Paul Walker was dating 16-year-olds while he was in his 30s. Wouldn't the list be shorter if we named artists who weren't terrible people? Fame and power tend to corrupt. Or maybe it takes an easily corruptible person to gain fame and power? James Corden. Not for any single incident. Just because he's a steaming big trash bag of lumpy custard. Chris Brown, Kanye, and Travis Scott are still huge in the music world. It's like nobody cares. Edit, forgot Cardi B. She won a Grammy the year she admitted to drugging and robbing men after seducing them. Salman Khan, not the Academy guy, but the Indian actor. He has connections with Underworld. He was known to be abusive to all his GF. He drunk drove a Range Rover over a bunch of pedestrian and then used his influence to make all the witness lie that it was his driver who did it. He killed an endangered deer and then tried his best to threaten the local community to withdraw the complaint. His movies are all crap, but he has a huge fanatic following. Chris Brown. Fuck that guy. I'm a ranch boy currently in rehab in the big city and these city boys love him. I fucking hate it here. 7 months sober today. But this Chris Brown crap needs to stop. I think about cancel culture and how that fuck boy is still famous and rich after kicking the shit out of Rihanna. Fuck that.